So I'm into week 5 of quarantine. Week 5. I've not put on proper pants. I've not put on jeans. And it's fantastic. Hey everyone. Bit of a different scenery. Long time no see. So it's quarantine time and we know what that means. Come bake with me. Well, I'll take you on my baking adventures. So my first baking adventure, I tried to make Chinese steam buns. It's actually relatively easy from what I read, but we'll see. I added some fresh yeast into warm water and mixed it around. Once you mixed it thoroughly and there's no giant chunky bits in it, you could have to let it sit in a warm environment for about 5 to 10 minutes. So in good laziness, you should invest in a scale that has the tar where you can put a bowl on, reset it back to 0, and then you can add the flour. So let's add the flour. So yeah, 300 grams on the dot. Salt, 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 salt. So my yeast wasn't bubbly like it said it would, but as soon as I put it into the flour, damn, it bubbled like crazy. When you mix it around, just you see how fluffy it gets. It's kind of amazing. I was quite happy with it. And now rather than me kneading myself, I'm gonna put it in the machine. So my dough was like just spraying everywhere in my kitchen. So I just added a little bit of milk and gonna keep going. It's looking pretty smooth, so I'm just gonna take it out and let it rest. So I went and shaped it a little bit into a round ball. And then I'm just gonna let it rest and see if it doubles in about an hour's time. Alright, fingers crossed. So apparently I was reading online and it said that oven with a lamp is apparently a really good place to let the dough to rest, so... Ooh, so fluffy. So once I was done playing around with the dough, I put it back into the mixer and just to get a second round of kneading. Because you need to, flour the board, I added a little bit of flour and poof, wait till accidents happen. It just had got flour everywhere. Pie. What not to do in the kitchen. So let's do it the old-fashioned way. Slice them up and put them in the steamer. Stack them up as nicely as you can. Mine doesn't look that great, so we'll see. And let it rest for about 10 minutes in the bowl. So the steaming process is done. It's looking hideous. So I'm gonna let it sit for 5 minutes, cool down. And that's the finished result. This is what happens when you leave an air bubble. It is actually quite fluffy and soft. So this is my mantou. This is my mantou with Nutella on it. Take a bite. So it doesn't look that great, but look at it inside. It's like soft and fluffy. And quite light. So not too bad. Don't judge a book by its cover. On to my next adventure, I wanted to make cookies. So I melted some butter, added sugar, and wanted to whip it. It didn't turn out well. So I popped it back into the fridge. It works! So don't mock me. Yep, so once it gets a bit whipped up with a bit of air, looks a bit lighter. Yeah, looks good. I added some eggs and kept whipping. Watch me nay nay. Man, I'm so sad. But we're gonna slowly add some flour into it and keep beating at it and increase the speed a little bit so it doesn't take forever. The key to baking is to be patient. So eventually it will turn a little bit of a cookie dough consistency once you add a bit more flour. And then you can take it off the hook and add your favorite toppings. Choc chips. They're ginormous choc chips that I got. Hey, we're in a pandemic, beggars can't be choosers. Wrap it up and pop it in the fridge. A couple of hours later, boom, out of the fridge it comes. And just roll them into little balls and put them onto a baking tray. Isn't that cute? After baking for about 20 minutes, they're like rock hard, but they taste pretty damn good. Chinese milk birthday. See, this was meant to be 17 grams. and then I broke it up and it became 16. What the hell? Now it's 17 grams. I did nothing. So all I'm doing is mashing up the yeast with the sugar. I saw a YouTube video, I think on the BBC channel, and it just talked about like how this becomes like a paste and it makes activation a lot easier. We shall see. Look at this. It liquefied. Amazing. Now I'm going to add the milk to this and leave it to activate. Let's do this. So concern of one, I added my yeast in there and it didn't bubble up, so we'll see how it goes. So I just took it out of the machine and just shaped it into a nice little ball. And now it's proof time. Boop boop, let's hope it doubles and my yeast is not like kaput. So I took it back out because I read the instructions again and it told me to knead it for 15 minutes. I actually kneaded my bread for only like 5 minutes. So let's put it back in the machine. BRB. So that's 15 minutes of kneading later. It looks a lot smoother, but I'm gonna smooth it out into a ball and let it proof. Alright, let's do this. Put a towel on it so it doesn't dry out, and let's wait till, oops, sorry. And let's hope that it doubles in size. Ooh, I think the yeast is working. So it doubled in size definitely, it's really soft, and now it's time to, you know, put it back in the dough and get the bubbles out. Alright, it's time to put them in the tin. Let's see how I'm gonna shape them. Yeah, so I just kind of like roll them out into long ropes, I guess. I don't know, like a long log, and then I just twisted it amongst itself, and now I have to let it proof for another hour. Let's have a wait. Look at it. Oh my god, it looks really good. Oh, egg wash time. I don't have a pastry brush, so I'm gonna use the spatula. I hope that works. Wish me luck. Oh, I jabbed it with my spatula. Maybe it wasn't a good idea. Oh, it is what it is. Let's keep going. So the oven is on 180 degrees Celsius. Let's bake it in for 20 minutes and then we'll check. And here's the end result. Wow, that looks good. Shiny. It's very fluffy. I think it definitely needs a sugar syrup, otherwise it's quite bland, but yum. Impressed. Yay. Yo, so today I'm gonna try to make blueberry bagels. Let's give it a go. So they're my blueberries tossed with some flour. Root root. I got my fresh yeast measured out, so there's my flour and salt ready to go. My beloved mixer. Like it. Bubbles. Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. I think it's ready. Alright. And pour it into my flour salt mixture. I forgot the hook. I forgot the hook. And the blueberries. I'm assuming with the flour as well, but oh well. We'll see how that goes. And gently mix. So the dough is still sticky, but it's very stretchy, so I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna add more flour, and I'm gonna put it back into my light on oven, so no heat, and hopefully it will double in size. So I put a clean tea towel on top just so it won't dry out. So I literally did a backflip and just went back in there, and I kneaded it with an extra tablespoon. There you go. No, sorry, teaspoon. It was an extra teaspoon of flour, and it looks like it's not as wet, so I'll let this one proof. Okay, let's go. Alright, it's been about an hour and a half now. Let's have a look. Ooh, jeez. Massive. Okay, that's good. That's good rise. So now let's divide it into 8 and let it rest a little bit more. Alright, move it over to my table. Alright, I floured a chopping board. Let's do this. I just love doing this. It feels so weird, but so cool at the same time. Alright, so I divided into 8 balls. I don't think we should flour the chopping board actually, so it made it really, really weird and yeah, it wasn't sticking together, but I managed to, like, you know, just roll it out. Make it into little holes. Look at that. Ooh. Me. Alright, let's let it rest for 30 minutes. Okay, they've gotten a lot bigger. The hole's all gone. Alright, I'm gonna boil them and put them on my pre-prepared tray of baking paper lined on the rack. Here are the boiled results, and now into the oven at 220 for 20 minutes. So 10 minutes later, I want to flip them. Look at that poor little burnt one at the corner. Hi. Very toasted. So this is after another 10 minutes, but I think it still looks a little bit raw, so I might pop it back in for another 5 and let's see how it goes. I kind of shuffled them around and put the one that was extremely burnt looking. No, not that one. This one. Cracked it open. Oh, whoa, it looks really good. It would definitely go really well with cream cheese. Do you like my cream cheese? So this is cream cheese with spring onions and carrots. Approved. So I totally missed the intro to this and the beginning, but I'm making chocolate chip muffins. So there is flour, cocoa powder, eggs, the butter is melting, and I'm just like beating it into a mush now. I can't speak English anymore. The mixture is actually very dry, but I'm adding some, what am I adding here? Greek yogurt. And then watch magic happen. There comes the moisture. This is like the muffin batter that I'm used to now. So what's unique about this mixture is you have to refrigerate it overnight. So this is the morning after and it was quite a solid batter mix, but I was determined. I got them in the muffin tins. That's what I did. I added them to the muffin tin. So putting it in for 6 minutes. See how it goes. It's actually looking really good. And I'm eating it. And realized I've forgotten sugar. I'm a bit crazy now.